says WNBA players could go on strike over salary and benefits.
Angel Reese just stepped into the WNBA, and within 5 minutes, she's already threatening to go on strike. That's like getting hired at McDonald's, burning the fries on your first day, and demanding a promotion to regional manager. She seems to think throwing tantrums is more effective than throwing jump shots, because she certainly isn't excelling at the latter. Barely in the league, yet ready to flip the WNBA table over, conveniently ignoring that the table has been duct taped together for 27 years and is propped up by the NBA's spare change.
We all did it.
Yeah, the CBA is coming up. I can't wait.
Girl, y'all benefited from everything. Y'all youngins benefited from NIL.
What does that mean? We deserve more.
Of course,
everybody.
I agree.
Everybody.
I agree with that.
But we got to get faced the consequences.
What?
Damn, we got to get it up.
Y'all got to deal with something. Y'all got to do something.
But the women coming in, not this year, but next year, or because the ones coming in this year will still be on the rookie contract again. Mm-hmm. The ones that the year after, they gonna get more. They probably gonna be making more than us.
No, they are.
I'm hurt.
They are. Like, yeah. I've been in the meetings. They are.
I need to get in the. I need to get in the field.
You need to come to the meetings.
I gotta get in the meetings because I'm hearing like, yeah, they don't give us. If y'all don't give us what we want, like, we.
Yes. Let's rewind. Reese claims her WNBA salary doesn't even cover rent. Tragic, truly. She's making $74,000 a year, yet acting like a starving artist in Brooklyn. Never mind that she was pulling in over $1.8 million in college just for existing in front of a camera. Now that she actually has to play basketball for a living instead of signing sneakers and yelling period on TikTok, it's suddenly a national crisis. The level of delusion here is so strong it could file for statehood.
So they're upset. They want to get paid. Possibility. Reese has been vocal about her low WNBA salary, revealing her $74,000 a year salary doesn't cover rent, stating on Instagram Live, I just hope you know that the WNBA doesn't pay my bills at all. I don't even think they pay one of my bills. Reese's financial struggles stem from WNBA salary not matching her past earnings, as her NIL valuation at LSU was $1.8 million, bolstered by deals with Reebok, PlayStation, McDonald's, and Coach, while a 4-year rookie deal was $324,000 with $74,000 due next season. She quipped, hating pays them bills, baby, noting I can't read this.
Meanwhile, Patrick Bet-David, casually sipping from a mug full of economic facts, dismantled this entire victim narrative with the precision of a military drone. Angel's E. Argument? Feelings. Patrick's response? Math. Turns out the WNBA generates less revenue than a high school bake sale and hemorrhages $50 million a year. But sure, let's double the salaries. Why not? Maybe we can fund it with monopoly money or sheer manifestation.
They were demanding chartered flights, private airfare. The diva of dump divas, Kat Engelbert, she borrowed some weakness from Adam Silver and she acquiesced to these unreasonable demands. Knowing her beloved dump could not afford it. When the WNBA approved chartered flights, I told you guys that it would not be enough. You see, the thing about entitlement, you can never satisfy the perceived need. Once you give in to entitlement, you are setting yourself up for a lifetime of unreasonable demands. Entitled people, they are experts at recognizing weakness, which is why Adam Silver and Kat Engelbert are constantly being taken advantage of. When the WNBA approved chartered flights, I told you guys that their next demand, it was going to be focused on their minimum wage salaries. Us normal people, myself included.
The WNBA is what happens when you mix social justice, participation trophies, and a business model that's been failing since 1997. It's like watching someone desperately try to make fetch happen, except instead of quitting, they just scream louder every year. Strikes, protests, salary demands. Sweetheart, maybe try winning games first. Or here's a wild idea. Learn to shoot above 25% from the field before threatening to take down the whole league.
30 years. We look at this situation and realize WNBA players, they don't have any leverage. Hell, they are lucky they're not having to pay to participate in this league. They are lucky to be receiving their minimum wage salaries. Anytime you're going into negotiations, the side with the most leverage, they usually win. Right now, there are rumors of a potential strike in Major League Baseball. Captain Doofus Rob Manfred, he is...
But here's fun fact. The WNBA survives on NBA subsidies. Like an unemployed sibling living rent-free in the basement. The NBA pumps in $10 to $12 million a year just to keep the league on life support. So Angel threatening to strike, that's like a houseplant threatening to move out. The NBA wouldn't just survive, it would probably pop champagne and enjoy. A rare summer without setting money on fire. And here's where the comedy turns tragic. Some WNBA players are furious. Furious that Caitlin Clark is the new face of the league. You know, the same Caitlin Clark who's literally saving their jobs by selling out arenas, boosting viewership by 170%, and spiking merchandise sales by 600%. That's right. WNBA players are so allergic to success, they're mad at the one person bringing in money. It's like a sinking ship blaming the lifeboat for being too photogenic. Apparently, some of the league's veterans missed the memo. UK, don't bite the hand that feeds you, especially when that hand is the only thing keeping the lights on. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's resuscitating a league that's been flatlining for decades. And how do her colleagues thank her? With side eyes, cheap fouls, and an almost cult-like resentment when they should be sending her gift baskets and fruit trays.
Years later, they got a team there, number one. Number two, when Caitlin Clark came into the league, they left the arena they normally play in and had to go to an NBA venue because they were selling out. When Caitlin Clark was going to other cities, they were changing the venue they would play in because they were going to larger venues because they were selling out.
You'd think packed arenas and national media attention would be a reason to celebrate. But no, some WNBA veterans are treating Caitlin Clark's success like an invasion rather than a resurrection. They don't see her as an ally in the fight for relevance. They see her as a threat to their fragile egos and shrinking spotlight, and that's where the jealousy creeps in. Not because Caitlin's doing anything wrong, but because she's doing everything right. Let's be real. The WNBA has spent decades begging for visibility, pleading for TV time, and trying to convince the world they matter. Then along comes Caitlin, fresh out of college, and bam, the league is suddenly the hottest ticket in town. Instead of embracing the surge, some players are acting like she kicked over their Gatorade cooler and stole their parking spots.
You're going to be seeing a lot more of Caitlin Clark in the Indiana Fever this season. The WNBA announced the team will be nationally televised in 41 out of their 44 regular season games.
There's no logical reason to be mad at the person making you relevant. But when ego outweighs common sense, logic goes out the window. Instead of capitalizing on Caitlin's popularity, some players are too busy undermining it, throwing shade in interviews, delivering cheap shots on the court, and sulking like it's high school gym class. It's a masterclass in self-sabotage.